Alright, what's up everybody, Bro here, and today I am celebrating something really special actually. So today marks the 2-year anniversary of my first attempt to do a Minecraft Survivor, and you know it's bad when the first attempt, the actual name was entirely different. It used to be Survivorcraft. And the original season was Survivorcraft the Tundra, and actually, I do believe you can still find the playlist for it on my channel somewhere. The videos are unlisted, but the playlist should be there. If not, I'll make it public for a while, just to bring back some good old memories. Even though it was quite the terrible season, it was really chaotic. I didn't exactly know how to host. And yeah, like, the actual map wasn't that bad, but the organization of it was. So I changed it up a lot when I decided to change the theme to the plains instead of the tundra. But sometimes I wish I could still do the tundra, and I might make a comeback in a future season. That would be really cool to see. But for this episode, first off, this is going to be the first challenge of MC Survivor Season 4 Outcast Island. I wanted to do this 2-year anniversary episode on top of the first challenge, because this is actually a tribute to the very first challenge I ever made in a attempt to build a Minecraft Survivor. I can't remember what it was called, but it was before the tribes even got to camp and even really had the chance to settle down. As soon as the tribes were picked, I had them go straight to a challenge. It was a reward challenge, because I used to separate reward and immunity. The reward was a crafting table, a furnace, 2 spruce saplings, and I think 4 torches maybe. I can't quite remember what the last item was, but that's pretty much what it was. And I got the idea actually while I was mowing the lawn at my property, and I thought it was pretty cool. I think it was something along the lines of surf and turf. Because how it works, let me go over it. So basically, say I'm on the Gray Tribe, right? See, my objective is to fill up a monument, which is gonna be over here. I haven't built it yet, but I will be. I just forgot to build it, that's all. So basically, there will be 5 people on this tribe working on this challenge. It's not a relay for some people. So the first part is the mining. This is the only part that isn't a relay. Only one person will be working on the mining. How it works is basically you just gotta get to the mine. The player who's mining will be given a pickaxe up here. Forgot to place the chest as well, but they'll be given a pickaxe, and their objective is to find 2 coal. You technically only need 1, and that was something that my cast members pointed out to me in the original attempt to do this challenge, but I don't know. I like making them find 2. Makes it somewhat more interesting, and finally I made that jump. That was hard. Jesus. You can't do your own challenge. The other thing is you come back with the coal, then there'll be another person who's trying to kill these cows with a sword. Their objective is to get beef. So they have these 2 cows to work with. They have to kill both, even if they only get meat from the first one. They still have to kill both. And then they head back with what they got. Any extra meat they can keep for food later on. And then the second person, when they come back, will go do the same thing, except we'll go to the next level over here. Pretty much all it is just more parkour. That's what makes it slightly harder, I guess. However, something I noticed to make it a little more difficult, instead of having like a gateway there, made it so you actually have to like jump up there and get it. But meh. There we go. Alright. So that's that, and then the final two people will relay a fishing rod trying to get 2 fish. It doesn't matter whether they're fish or salmon. They just can't be pufferfish because they have to be cooked, and that's what the 2 coal is used for. There'll be 2 furnaces, one for fish, one for the beef. First team to complete their monument of surf and turf will win immunity and reward. For reward, this time it's going to be a crafting table, 16 torches, a furnace, and I think 4 of something. Can't remember. I think it's like iron, maybe. I don't remember. I forgot. I have the chest somewhere else. I just gotta copy it. But anyways, the second topic that we're gonna be discussing is my previous seasons, how well they've done, and stuff like that. So in the first season, that was official, the MC Survivor Season 1, the Plains. Well, actually, for some reason I had it in the logo. It was called Survivor Craft. I hadn't pre-made the logo and I just didn't feel like changing it, even though it wouldn't have been that difficult. But anyways, that season actually had some pretty controversial topics because I didn't have my mic on, so some of the stuff you couldn't really pay attention to. Like in the first challenge, it was a house builder. A lot of people claimed bias on it, but it really wasn't. Like, I'm pretty sure anyone who's ever built anything would have said that the Red Tribe's house was better. Its design was just a lot uniquer, and it actually looked good, you know? Like, the UL Tribe's house just looked really basic and didn't look all that good. But the Dayer Tribe was really original, and I liked that. But, like I said, people were claiming bias, and Derpy or Shadow Master was getting really salty about it, but we patched things up. And then the next thing that happened, literally the next challenge, the baton something, I can't remember what it was called, baton pass or something. Basically, Dawson, quote unquote, couldn't hear me, but, you know, since my mic was muted for the fraps, no one, the audience couldn't hear me either. But it's actually quite funny. I don't know if the rumors are true, but I heard from even Dawson, I think, that he threw the challenge, and he actually did hear me say go, but he just he didn't want to win, so Levs ended up taking the fall for that. And I don't remember whether he wanted Clark or Levs out that time. I'd have to go back and look at the footage, but he supposedly threw the challenge to get one of them out. And lucky for him, the other tribe claimed that they couldn't hear me either, so quite lucky on his part. But once again, because you guys couldn't hear me, it didn't seem as legit. But yeah, that's pretty much all that really happened. Unfortunately, I couldn't get like any of the original cast for Survivor Craft for Tundra, except for Echo and Levs. Those were like the only people who were originally supposed to be in the season, and it was pretty depressing that I could only get those two. But it was all good. I got a good cast, and I'm glad to have them in my MC Survivor family. As for season 2, I tried to get some more of the original players from Tundra, but once again, didn't really happen. I swear, every time I try to get the original players, something goes wrong, and then they just end up hating me for it, for wasting their time, and I always feel really bad. So I've sort of just given up on the original cast, as much as I wish I could have them in a season eventually. But it is what it is. In season 2, there wasn't actually supposed to be returnees. I don't know how many times I've mentioned this, or if I've even mentioned it at all, but Echo and Jackal weren't supposed to play in that season. Echo just really wanted to play, and he said that Jackal was on and that he was bored, and I couldn't find 2 more people to fill up the cast spots. So plus I'd already tried to do this season like 2 times, so I was just really stressed, and I gave in to peer pressure, and it ended up being a terrible season. I've heard actually from some people that they really liked it, so I don't know, maybe it was just because I didn't like all the things that went wrong. Maybe from a viewer's point it was a good season, I don't know. I'm not the viewer, just the host. But you tell me if you liked it. I know I didn't. But yeah, the winner was alright, I guess. I think I managed to get everybody from the jury though, which was actually pretty big for me, because I had a huge jury that season. Now as for season 3, this one is something that I get bashed a lot for. Like, honestly, I still hear it today, to this day, rather, for using fake tribals in that season. Like, I couldn't help it. I wish I didn't have to use fake tribals, and I don't think people would have been mad at me if it weren't for the fact that Kawaii Vinny's Season 6 Fans vs. Favorites also used fake tribals, and my Season 3 just so happened to have occurred right after that, so people thought I was copying her or whatever, and that just isn't true. I just couldn't get the 10 castaways that I needed, and I didn't want to have to skip challenges because there were some that I really liked, so instead I just had some fake tribals to throw in some extra drama. Also, something else, Echo actually came on the server when I didn't know and planted idols under the camp flags. So there was people who thought that they had found the actual idol, when in fact this season wasn't supposed to have any idols. It was supposed to be a clean cut, fair for everyone season, but that just wasn't the case. But I did make the idols fake, so if someone tried to play them, I did tell them that it was fake and wasn't a pushover. However, when people were telling me that, people were messaging me during the season that blindsides weren't happening enough, so they were begging me to play Submerge Idol, which I did end up doing, just because I felt like they were sort of right. The season ended up being a lot better because of it, I think. As for the winner, don't know how I feel about them. They played an interesting game, I think it was. No, that's actually the exact opposite of what they played. It was a very boring game that they played. Like, they both really didn't deserve to be in the final. The winner had just sort of coasted their way through the season, but once again, it is what it is. And as for this season, it hasn't happened yet. Coming up this Saturday, if you guys have yet to apply for this season, they're still open. Yeah, I still want players. I would love if you guys could apply. Plus, like, I want this season to go perfect, as the theme change has made it look really nice in my opinion. Also, sorry if the parkour was giving you a headache. It just gave me a headache. So, yeah, I just don't want to reveal anything else of the season for this. But, yeah, this is pretty high at 2 years. It really doesn't feel like it's been 2 years. I'll probably end up doing another one of these when the 2-year official of the recording for the official MC Survivor Season 1, the plains instead of like the tundra. But I thought I'd just show this off to you guys. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time, and as always, have a roaring good day.